What is up, Mackle James Shadackle here with another tier list. These are fun to do. I get the trend. It's fun. This doesn't look like enough characters to be a community tier list though, and they have the other Annie in there, which is weird. But perhaps I'm seeing a lot of the like good side characters. Like it's good they got John Goodman in there. We'll just go in order. Abed's my favorite character, and he's a little annoying at times. I think, like seasons 1 and 2, he's like perfect. Three, 3 and 4, I think he starts to become a little bit more self-centered. I think he has some annoying episodes, but overall in 3 is good. Season 4, I think he's one of the most like most notable characters in terms of the writing changing. Because I think he's probably a harder character to write. I'm gonna put him in the triple S because I do think he's the best character. I think he's the most important character on the show. This is Jeff's shady friend. Not especially likable or funny character, but he works for the plot. I won't put him in F. That's Shirley's husband or ex-husband because he was fine. He was fine. Like it kind of led into an interesting dilemma between Britta and Shirley, where Shirley was like, he shouldn't get back together with him, he's really shitty, but the show went on about forgiveness, and considering how like shady a lot of the study group members are, well, all of them are, honestly, I understand one forgive him, but then like it's like you hit the final season, no, season 5, the last season where Shirley's a main character, and it's just like, oh yeah, he left me and took the kids, and that's where they end it, and they don't resolve it. So he's going in the F tier. It's not even entirely his fault. Most of the shit that happened with him that I don't like happened off screen, but that's a really unpleasant ending for Shirley, and I'm pinning on him. Also, she forgave him. He's like, all high and mighty. Fuck him. Annie's S. I'm not gonna put her at the top of the best, but everybody likes Annie. And and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe Annie can be upgraded. I need to figure that out by the end. Abed's the only one. There's actually another character I know who's a triple S, but we'll get to them. Annie's great. How can you not like Annie? Other Annie, she's just kind of the bitch character. Like intentionally. She's intentionally written to be unlikable. So of course she's an F tier. She's like the screaming duh kids that wants to go like duh, duh, where it's just like, yeah, the intent is to hate them. We got the monkey. Annie's boobs. I don't know. It's a fun little bit, I guess. It's nothing great. See? Britta. A. All the study group members are going to make it up pretty high, but Britta's, like, not as good. I like it when she becomes dumber. Because, in a way, she just had more personality than just being, like, the activist character in the first 2 seasons. By season 3, she was just hilarious. But still had a good heart, So, I like Britta. Britta can be hit or miss. Some people don't enjoy her, but I like Britta a lot. I even like Britta in the first 2 seasons. Just admittedly, she got a lot more funny as the show went along. To me, she's one of the less notable characters in the drop of quality of season 4, too. I think that I think the writers did an okay job capturing her. I like the episode where she's setting up the one dance. She's good. Everybody likes Britta. Senior Chang. Depends which season. Sometimes he's an S and sometimes he's like an F. I hate the Changnesia season. I can't. I hate Abed in season 4. We'll put him in the A tier. I like Chang. It's fun that they give him a story, and I hate him in season 4, but I do appreciate that they actually continued his storyline in season 4. I think Changnesia was a funny word. I just don't like the way he acts in the season. It's not funny. Pierce's really racist dad. The Abed of racism. I thought it was a funny bit. The character himself isn't very good, but funny bit, so he'll go in E. The Dean. Triple S. The Dean's hilarious. And he just becomes more and more relevant as the show goes on, and I think that he has some of like the best moments in the final season. Dean's great. Elroy. Character that joins in season 6 and only is in season 6, but he's pretty good. I like him. Same thing with actor's name is Pageant Brewster. What is her fucking name again in the show? I don't remember, but I remember liking her. She's fine. She's not as good as the main cast, but I felt she was a proper addition to the show to do something interesting. Why am I drawing a blank on his name right now? I can quote him, but I can't think of his name. It's a bear dance! I love that shit. What's his fucking name? I'm gonna hold off on putting him in until I can remember his name. Jonathan Banks, Season 5 character, exclusive, forget the character's name. Good. I liked him. I kind of wish he would have stayed for Season 6. It's like Season 5, Season 5 was like the 1 year where he wasn't working because there was a year-long break in between Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. So there was like 1 year where he wasn't working, so he went on Community for a season. And then for Season 6, Better Call Saul was on the air, so fuck that. Garrett. It's a bear dance! He's fine. A decent side character. I like the random things he shouts. Jeff Winger. Good leader. You enjoy Jeff. He's a good main character. He's a good main character to follow around. He's definitely a little less quirky than the other study group members, but that's kind of the point. He's like the straight man of the group. Leonard. It's an A-tier character. Very simple joke. Shut up, Leonard. But yeah, I love Leonard. He works in small doses, and it's great. Why can't I remember his full name? LeBar. Shit, where's my phone? I'm looking up his full name. I forget his full name right now. LeBar Burton. Funny bit that comes back in a later episode. We'll put that as like an A. Should I be putting Leonard and this guy in A and then these three down here? I'm dropping them down to B. They're bits. Like they're good bits. They're a better bit than Garrett, in my opinion. And I like Garrett fine. Yeah, this is the guy that their school statue, where his statue comes from. I mean, good episode and good conclusion to the episode. Nothing special, nothing bad. We'll put him in E. I think it's fair to put him there. Professor Ian Duncan. Funny. They tried to bring him in to take in a main role in Season 5, and I don't think it worked. I don't think he works as a good member of the group. I think he works as a side character. But he's funny. I like him. I like the Christmas episode a lot, the stop-motion one, where he's like kind of the antagonist. Chemistry teacher. Kind of forget his name, but he's the chemistry teacher. Also a funny professor. We don't get to see that much of him, though, actually. I'm going to put him down one. Yeah, that's like one of the only problems, is you don't get to see a ton of him. He has a couple of really good episodes, but I wish they would have utilized him more, like they did with Chang, or even, I think even Professor Ian Duncan, they do a better job, like as the anthropology teacher in Season 2, after Betty White loses her job. Rest in peace, Betty White. Got Fat Neil. Put him in D. The Dungeons and Dragons episode is great, but really outside of that, what has Fat Neil brought to the show? One of the best episodes of the show, but it's not really because of Fat Neil. He's fine. He is inoffensive. Professor Cornwallis, worst character on the show in my opinion. Could not fucking stand him. Seemed like they had no fucking idea what they wanted to even do with him. Just unlikable all around. Hated Professor Cornwallis. Like the actor. Season 4 sucks. This is the cop character that you see occasionally. Nothing great. I remember him. He finds Chang in the one episode, doesn't he? Not very memorable character. Not very good. Is this Abed's dad? Abed's dad's a fucking asshole, too. At least he does something for Abed's story. I won't put him in F. Add some interesting character dynamic, and his life's kind of depressing, so you can sympathize a little bit. Pierce. Honestly, I'd put Pierce in like triple S tier if we're just looking at the first two seasons, because I think Pierce is an excellent character in Seasons 1 and 2. And then for Season 2, he has like such a perfect fucking finale. And then Season 3, it's just like, that finale for Season 2, fuck it. And I mean, I understand. I'm glad that Pierce remained as a regular on the show. I think in Season 3 is really funny. Then in 4 he sucks, and he's keeps absent for so much of it too. But again, I blame the writers for that mainly. And then 5 he's out of there. So A tier. It wasn't a consistently good run for Pierce, but the first 2 seasons are mwah. Season 3 Pierce isn't bad either. He has some good moments. I love the video game episode. Pierce is a hilarious character. I just think that there's like a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth by the end of the show from him, both from the actual character and the behind the scenes shit. Magnitude, pop. Okay, I put him up there for a little bit. We're moving him down to B. I like his bit. He's a good side character. Brie Larson's character, one of the only good additions in season 4, I think. Like in terms of adding characters to the show, she's like the only new one that I liked. And I like how they continue her into season 5, and then she's just out of season 6. I don't know. I thought that her and Abed had a very cute connection. I liked their little story arc. And she was likable enough. And then again, just out of nowhere, she's just dropped from the show. It happened to a couple of these guys. It happened to Professor Ian Duncan. This is just the guy who, I think, married or fucked his computer, and he's like stuck in the Greendale basement. That finale's horrible. That's like, season 5 did a 2-part finale, and it's like the entire run of those 2 episodes, they didn't know what the fuck they wanted to do, and it's just all over the place, and it's awful. It's fucking awful, in my opinion. Season 5 I don't even think is that bad. I think that it's a bummer that Pierce and Troy are gone. But you get a little bit of them, and I think a lot of the episodes without them are still really solid. I hate the G.I. Joe episode. I don't think the second Dungeons and Dragons episode is that great. It's okay. There's some funny moments in it. And I do not like the 2-part finale. But other than that, I think every season 5 episode is good. But it was a shorter season, and that's 4 episodes I think are bad, so adds up a little bit. What's this guy's name again? He had like a bit, just a small bit joke that I didn't really laugh at that hard, but I'll put him next to Fat Neil. These 2, the school board or something, whatever. They were okay at first, and then I swear in like seasons 4 through 6, they just became obsessed with using them. Like I forget when they show up. I remember them being in season 3. Maybe they made their first appearances in season 3, or maybe it was just like small appearances within the first 3 seasons, but they didn't like overly rely on them. And then I swear by season 4, they just thought that this duo were the funniest fucking characters on the show, and they kept bringing them back. And I don't like them that much at all. I just think that they're annoying, incompetent assholes who constantly cause like dilemma, but we don't get the time to know or like them like other characters who do that, like the study group, like, you know, the dean, like Chang. So I just find them annoying, really. I don't enjoy them that much. They're not the worst. They're not going in the F tier. Shirley. A. I wish that she didn't have such a bad conclusion in the show. I think the movie needs to exist for Shirley more than anyone else, but she's a hilarious character, and I absolutely love her. It's just a really bummer ending for her character. Slater. I'm tempted to put her in F. I'll put her in E. She is not that interesting. And then she's just like part of a love triangle at the end of season 1 that they're doing unironically. Not a fan of her. She's always so moody too. I just don't think she's a fun character. I think the writing in season 1 is some of like before the show made it into the later seasons. Like I think season 1 is much weaker than 2 and 3. Still good, but much weaker, and I think like characters like her are part of the problem for the first season. Starburns, B. Creator of More Oral. Almost want to bump him up to A, but it has nothing to do with Community. Good character. Is this Subway? I like that. That's a funny joke. I like that joke. Then they bring him back in season 6. Haha, funny. Todd. I just saw the fucking episode with Todd today. I was watching Community. I just picked a random episode and I made it to his episode. Poor Todd. That makes me like the study group a little bit less. I feel like they should all be bumped down one for their treatment of Todd. Troy's a triple S. Troy is fucking great. Even in season 4, Donald Glover is such a funny performer that he saved the character. Abed was too off for me. Troy still worked, honestly. I really like Troy. And he has a good send-off. And I would like it if there's a Community movie for Troy to be in it. But yeah, Troy's awesome. Of course he was going to be at the top. One of, like, Troy and Abed, that's the show. The other characters are great too, but it's not nearly as good without Troy and Abed. What's his fucking name again? I hate him. Hate him. He's a douchebag. He's a character that acts like he's this loving person, but he constantly acts like a douchebag to people. He reminds me of Real People, where he's acting like he's the abused when he's the abuser. Fuck him. Vance. Fuck Vance. Worst Community character, aside from the screaming dick his. Professor Cornwallis, not as bad as Vance. I take it back. Vance is my least favorite character. John Goodman, A. I fucking love John Goodman's. Oh my god. That fucking episode where I was watching that one today too, where like the dean goes up to him and's trying to act all tough, and then he talks back saying about how the school his department makes all the money, and it's such a power move, and the way it's shot and the way the light and shit. Oh my god, John Goodman is so fucking funny on this show. Probably one of my favorite side characters. Period. It's so good. Vicky, put her in the D category with these three. Who is he again? Oh, he has something to do with Jeff, right? Something to do with like the law firm. I don't. Oh, his first appearance was Heroic Origins, so he's like a season 4 character. And then I guess he's in a later episode. Why is he on here? He's whatever. He's insignificant. I don't remember him. There's other characters who are missing. Like Britta's parents are like more memorable than him. Jeff's father in a bad episode of Community is more memorable than him. Oh, I mean, altogether, it was a pretty good selection of characters. There's no one, like, criminal. Like, there's no one missing that's, like, criminal that they're missing. I think it's fair. I don't know. Anyone above E is a character that I like. And anyone underneath it, like, E is not even that bad. It's just the character themselves aren't that great. It's some of the moments can be good. And then F, it's like, yeah, I don't like them. All right. Bye.